Today we're going to be looking at the ultimate guide for the giant bear, since everyone's going to be going to their home kingdoms and probably fighting this monster yet again. And just to remind you all what to do for this monster, so if this is your first time or if you're inexperienced, this is going to be the go-to guide to conquer the giant bear. Hello everyone, yes, special like, comment and subscribe for more daily videos, me, MrSneakyy, the one and only, and we're here today for the ultimate giant bear guide, because everyone's going to the home kingdom, and maybe you're a brand new player and you're starting to play Call of Dragons, and you want to look for that new guide up to date, just to give you guys all of the basics, so no matter what, you know what to do, and that is this guide. So what we're going to do is break it down straight away for the infantry players, because the infantry players are the ones that are going to be taunting the giant bear with that blue rare mask. It's very easy to obtain, and it just allows you to taunt the target, which is going to be the giant bear, to allow your DPS to deal damage. However, the three abilities you need to care for is Rend, Paw Stomp, and Claw Strike. These are going to be the random abilities you just kind of see the bear do when they're looking at you, where he charges you and it might do a little charge up and an arc move. Those are these abilities that you need to dodge as a tank to survive this fight. Now, for the DPS, you have a very important job. What you need to do is basically DPS the bear and then dodge the bear, boys. And what we mean by that is we have the phase 1 effect, where we go into Earthbreaker, where every single legion gets slammed up into the air and gets forced to the outer rims of the arena, and then it goes into Mad Dash. So what it does is it charges up this small red rectangular hitbox, as you can see in the little footage down below, and once the lines have met together, it will then go forward and charge at the first initial target. This can be a little bit bugged at times, and if you're wondering how to make sure wherever the giant bear is charging, remember wherever its face is facing is the direction it will charge. So sometimes the template could bug out on you guys, so that's just a little tip and trick for you. But if you're successful at dodging that charge and not one single legion in that raid gets hit in by the charge, you will trigger Dumbstruck, and this is where the big DPS damage phase will occur for your alliance. You reduce the defense of the bear by 20%, and then it obviously allows you to just do some big dick damage and absolutely burst down the giant bear and do a really good amount of damage. Hopefully, if you do enough damage, what will occur throughout the raid is the healing stones. So if you do need to heal at any point, if you're a weaker alliance, like just maybe a T4 alliance, the healing stones will always appear at every time the giant bear loses 20% of its HP. So that's the basics of the giant bear, right? So in premise, all you got to do, guys, is dodge that charge. If you dodge the charge, it will stun the bear. That is basically phase 1. If you look at any other additional phases like phase 2 or phase 3, all that's going to occur is it will do Earthbreaker again. So it's going to slam down onto the ground, forcing everyone to the edge. But if it's phase 2, it will do 2 charges, right? And you're going to need to dodge both of those charges in order to get the Dumbstruck trigger again. If you do not do the dodge on both of them, it will not trigger, guys. I mean that. So make sure everyone dodges this bear, because this is basically the mechanics for the dire bear later on, which is a lot harder raid. So if you're able to school the giant bear now with all of these mechanics, the dire bear is actually going to be a lot easier for a lot of players. So let's go now into the actual last bit of the info you need for the giant bear, which includes the time needed to complete this raid, as well as the elite raid title frames. So when it comes to the elite raid giant bear, you're gonna need to do 2 things. you're going to need to complete the raid under 4 minutes 30 seconds in order to complete the giant bear raid frame. In order to get access to this elite raid frame, just remember you do need to complete the normal raid. And the normal raid has a timer of 6 minutes. So if you hit the 6-minute marker, you will notice the giant bear will enrage, and it deals about 1,000 additional damage, well, 1,000% more damage, and just melts your whole troops. So you've got 6 minutes on the normal timer, and if you want the elite raid frame, you're gonna need 4 minutes 30 seconds. When you're looking at the elite raid here, if we just click on this little button, you will see there is going to be 3 different modifiers. Increase HP and attack defense by 25%. It reduces everyone's legion's defense by 50%, meaning they take more damage. And the new Metamorphosis trigger. So if you're doing the elite raid for the giant bear, you're going to need to bring some magic units, and you're going to need to bring some of your archer units. Because while this behemoth has more than 75% more HP, it is immune to all magic damage. So once it hits below 75%, the magic users are now going to be able to deal damage. However, when this bear hits below 25% HP, all physical damage will stop. So what this means is, at the start of the fight, all of the archers are going to be able to deal damage, as well as waiting for those mages, right, at 75%. And then at the last 25%, it's going to be down to the mages to bring the elite raid bear home. So it's very important you can able to, like, you know, maximize the amount of damage and how fast you can do it in that 50% difference, right, between the 75% and the 25%. If you can do that as fast as possible, it's going to give the mages the most time, right, to get the kill within 4 minutes 30 seconds. If you're looking for the giant raid frame, oh, the frame is a little bit covered by my camera, I do apologize, but you are able to get this equipped. I will showcase it just for you guys here in the middle of it. This is the frame right here. You're able just to get this frame, equip it, and use it if you are the first alliance, right, in order to complete the elite raid under that 4 minutes 30 timer. So that's all the other basic information and just like nuance information that you're gonna need for the elite raid. So now let's showcase some gameplay. Hello and welcome to the gameplay side of things. So if you've watched all of the intro side of things and obviously understand what we're looking out for now, this is going to become a piece of cake. Because I am going to commentate over obviously the gameplay that we've got right here of PHOX. I did find these guys randomly in their season 1. I'm able to watch them complete a elite raid of this, which is great. So you're going to see some magic and you're going to see some archers obviously in this whole configuration, but what we're more important to watch for is those mechanics, and I'm going to obviously break it down, pause it at times, and showcase, look, these are those moves that you need to be taking care of. So now with all of that said, let's get into the start of things. Rosita's is going to be the tank for them here, rocking a Madeline and Nika. If you're looking for any super tank advice, I would always recommend bringing Madeline and Garwood. It will ensure you never taking basically damage and surviving it. However, this is the first major move here, right? He's slamming down already and doing a big amount of damage. That is the rend move, right, where it's a huge amount. But any of these claws you're seeing right now, when we pause it, you just watch this little action between the tank and the bear. These are all the different claws and feral claws it's doing, right? These are the basic damages that the infantry unit needs to be careful of. But now, with that, we're in Earthbreaker, and we're going to just re-watch that one more time, right? If you pay attention, you know when Earthbreaker is about to happen, because no matter what is going on, the bear will immediately turn, look at the center, and run at it. So if we watch that again, you're going to see the bear instantly turn. Now it runs, and there's Earthbreaker, boom, and it's going to slam everyone up in the air. And now we're watching the charge. So this is where, if we pause it, you can see the 2 different rectangles that I was talking about in the intro to the skill. And when these 2 lines now meet, that's when the damage is going to occur. And if we re-watch this charge up again, you'll notice it starts in the center, right? So you're watching the center line go from there to the outer line, and that's your timer. If you're in the box while you're in that timer, you're gonna get knocked up. So boom, look at that, 2 people knocked up, not able to dodge the charge. Bad for you guys, right? And you can see by not dodging the charge, they took a massive amount of damage, and on top of that, they was able to obviously not get the dumbstruck trigger. With this, obviously, without even looking at the health bar that we don't get the access to, because we're obviously not in this server, we know they're about 20% below HP, because the very first healing stone has spawned. So you already know with this information, right, without even having the UI on screen, with what we know of the skills, we can always make a good, accurate representation of where this whole boy is. So now it's gonna be, as you can see, everyone is now dealing damage. Every single type of user is slamming down this bear right here, punching through, and he's the next Earthbreaker. And you're gonna notice the same thing we just watched, but 2 charges this time. So if you do not dodge both charges, you will not get dumbstruck. So let's see how PHOX does this time. They're moving out of the way, some at the very last second. Nice dodge there, and now it's coming in to this side again. So let's see if they're able to dodge this second charge. Moving through. Hey, there was, with a little bit of lag there, but there we go now, showcasing the dumbstruck mechanic for PHOX, right? Now it's taking even more damage. You can see the healing stones pumping out. There's 3 different healing stones. So you can already tell it's already lost 60% of its HP with that, right? Or at least 40% of its HP and gained one from the charge, right? Of dumbstruck. Nice and simple. So there we go. Boom. The next one's just come out. So now it's lost 60% of its HP. We're keeping track with just the knowledge of this ability. It's coming through. It's spitting this out. It's coming towards the end of the fight. You can already see it now. And this bear is getting absolutely shredded, boys. Absolutely shredded here. And I love to see it. I love to see a nice little bit of gameplay of the giant bear raid, showcasing this is what you need to do. And here's one last Earthbreaker. So here you go. Boom. Perfect example there, showing it knocks everyone back. And we're going to see, if you've guessed it, 3 charges. So there's 1 charge. They've done a successful charge. Can they dodge a second charge in a row? Let's see. Nope. It's Swan being a mistaker. Now there's the 3rd charge. Who's going to be able to dodge it this time? Hey, and we didn't get one there, so you can see it unsuccessful on that, right? They successfully dodged the first one, but they didn't dodge the second or the 3rd one, so they was unable to get dumbstruck again. So this is pretty much the entire giant bear raid, and we're just going to be watching here now the last close in the mount, because I think they're at the last 20% HP of the giant bear before it dies, so you can see how it's going to get killed. And if you're successful in killing it, you know what you have to do, guys. Everyone needs to go over and purify that beast, because once it's purified, it will join your ranks, right, in your behemoths to be summoned on the open field. So if we just go forward, we're going to see this damage play through, and boom, there we go, the giant bear killed. And that concludes, honestly, the ultimate guide for the giant bear. All you gotta do is dodge those charges, make sure you get the dumbstruck triggers, and you're gonna be able to absolutely melt this boy. If you're doing the elite raid, just remember, you need to make sure in that elite raid you are bringing a mixture of mages and archers in order to kill this thing. Otherwise, it will get stuck on 25%. Because you've only brought the marksman units. So, with all of that, I hope you guys have enjoyed the ultimate guide to the giant bear in 2024. And if you have, share this video about, get it around the globe, and get everyone knowing exactly what to do when it comes to Call of Dragons Behemoth raids. And until the next one, stay safe, guys, stay sneaky, and peace out.